fast.
Alright, I think we're live. I hope that there's no delay or any lag on the stream, because I watched the stream earlier and actually there's a lag. I think I should check here in my phone just a second. Okay, I hope there's no lag on the audio. Yeah. Alright, I think there isn't, so we're good. Alright. So, what's up guys? This is another stream. Just chillin'. This is actually still a science and technology stream, since I'm gonna be doing some or continuing the coding for the REST API. As of this moment, I'm just currently chilling. It's quite a heavy rain outside, and yeah, it's rainy season here in the Philippines. I'm just eating my baked mac and cheese.
Alright, welcome to my first video. Bought a new laptop, and it's an HP Pavilion DV7T. So
I'm just actually watching this
this
is the first video
success story of MKBHD, Marcus Brownlee.
When you think of tech on YouTube, the first name
Just
that
quite
probably
nice.
pops up is Marques Brownlee, or better known as MKBHD.
So this is the studio, as you can see. I'm really glad I found it. Everything about this car is fast. Now by the numbers, you would expect that. It's a video series to showcase the most impressive, bleeding edge, super high end, or just straight up awesome tech that makes its way to the studio that doesn't necessarily.
I first discovered him in high school when he was still filming in the legendary college dorm room. And as the years went by, he's gotten pretty big.
Computing tasks that we used to think, well, I'm only going to do that sitting down at a desk with a full computer, and now people are like, what the heck, I'm doing it on, you have your notes here on a phone, right?
Right.
I think Android Go. You know, I have two, actually. One consumer one and one developer one. Is that cheating?
That's
That's kind of cheating. I'll do what I want. Okay.
Do you guys see yourself just keeping a tight ship and picking your choices here and there?
It's a tough strategic call between focus and like wanting to do a bunch of different models. Like,
so how did he get to this point where he's getting 1 million views a day and is one of the most influential voices in the space?
Welcome to the Dream Phone 2019. So this is something I thought a lot about. There is no perfect phone, there never has been, and even with tech getting better and better and amazing phones out now, it kind of feels like there never will be.
Coming out, and you just
You just nail it. You're my go-to guy, man.
Well, thank you. That's quite an intro. I appreciate that.
That's what we're here to find out in today's analysis of Marques Brownlee. How did he get here and how you can do the same. So sit back, relax, and let's get into it. At the time of writing this video, he's creeping up to 10 million subscribers. And since he's never publicly stated it, if we estimate extremely conservatively, he's probably making at least $1,000 a day from YouTube ads alone, or $365,000 per year. But let's be real, it's probably a lot more than that. This is also not including how much he makes through affiliate links, sponsorship deals, and selling his own merch. So yeah, he's making bank.
I'm still at a point where like the YouTube ads are probably 40 to 50%. I don't do a whole lot of sponsored stuff.
Okay.
If I did, that number would be much higher, but I think right now sponsored stuff is probably about 20%. So 40, 20, and then affiliate stuff being another 10. So we're at like, what, 70 now? So I guess, yeah, YouTube ads is probably bigger. YouTube ads is probably 50% of what the streams look like.
But it definitely wasn't always like this. To see how it started, we have to take a trip back to the year 2005. Hurricane Katrina was in full swing, the Xbox 360 was just released.
That future starts right here, right now.
Pop music was actually kinda decent, the best TV show ever premiered its first season, and this little known site called YouTube was created.
Like, I'm a full-time YouTuber who employs 24 people, and even I had no idea back then that the site would explode into a platform that would allow people to make a full-time living by uploading videos that other people watch for free.
Fast forward to 2009, and YouTube was dominated by cat videos, Smosh, Fred, and the like. And in New Jersey, a little 13-year-old by the name of Marques just got a brand new HP laptop, probably from Christmas, and decided to record a review of the little media remote that came with it. Little did he know that this very video would lead him to running one of the most respected YouTube channels on the platform. When answering the question on how to make $1 million without having to wait 20 years, ex-Google Facebook tech lead millionaire explained it like this.
Right, let's say you
The
don't
tech
want to wait
lead?
20 years.
Oh,
And that
yeah.
really has to do with writing waves. Waves open up big opportunities for anybody, and it becomes very easy to make money. You don't have to struggle so much. There's just going to be opportunity everywhere.
And that's what happened to Marques. He rode the wave of YouTube and gained what's called the first mover's
Alright.
advantage. Whether we look
So
at
we
the
have
wave
our
of venture
first
capitalists,
beer.
investors throwing every dollar they had into tech companies during the dot-com bubble.
This
or
is actually my
since the Great Recession,
third
or the
beer for
introduction
today.
of Apple's App Store
I
or
drank
Facebook's apps and the
one
thousands of
last-
millionaires that were minted overnight.
Yeah, earlier this morning I drank one
Every
after
day
lunch
is easier. You gain support
and
easier,
the
you make
one
money
for
easier,
today.
and you
I
grow
mean
a lot
for tonight.
faster. Especially when you're at the very start of a wave and you have that first mover's advantage. Because when Marques launched that first tech review way back in 2009, there was this giant unmet need of tech videos on YouTube. Yet there were basically no other competitors out there besides this channel called NCIX Tech Tips. On top of that, this was around the exact same time that the market of smartphones was just about to explode. And as tech companies kept innovating and impressing the public, this niche of people interested in the latest tech products kept growing. And the best way to meet this niche of tech? YouTube.
The obvious answer there is tech has been interesting and important for so long that just being in the tech space generally for that long has done a lot for it.
So that was the playing field that Marques was in, an entire giant marketplace where he was free to experiment, improve, make a ton of mistakes, and even take a break from YouTube for a while and still come out on top before all the other tech YouTubers really started flooding in. Where if he started today where there are way more tech YouTubers, the smartphone market isn't growing exponentially anymore, Sure, it would still be 100% possible for Marquez to grow, but what started as a
I think one of the reasons why he actually succeeded on this is that
slowed down and turned into a little
he
bit
actually
more like a red ocean.
provides some good reviews on the mobile phones and the other technology that is actually reviewing. And at the same time, the production quality is absolutely fantastic at the time. He does have, or he's actually utilizing the camera that he had. At the same time, the audio quality is perfect. So maybe that's the reason why Marcus Brownlee is actually quite successful.
Of tech channels. So what's the first reason Marquez became the king of tech YouTubers? He had the first mover's advantage and rode the two waves of YouTube and tech. Riding waves and having the first mover's advantage definitely isn't required for success, because if it was, there wouldn't be any other new channels getting any traction. But you gotta admit, having those advantages definitely does help. And as you've seen, these concepts don't just relate to YouTube. In fact, the initial wave of YouTube is pretty much over, but that definitely doesn't mean you can't experience Marquez's kind of growth. It might just have to be with another wave in another industry. It's been 10 years since the initial YouTube wave started. The last wave before that was the .com wave, which was another 10 years before the YouTube wave started. So who knows, maybe there's another wave happening right now underneath the mainstream radar that you might be the right fit to ride. I've got my eyes on one of them right now, but maybe we'll reserve that for another video. When I started going into some research for this video, I was wondering the same question you're probably wondering right now. Was there a point where everything just started taking off for Marquez? When everything just seemed to click and skyrocket?
Nah.
If there was, what was it?
I think it's not just the wave that he ride into. That's not just the reason why he's actually pretty successful. I think he also had this great work ethic. Besides his talent in cinematography and photography, yeah, I think he's actually bringing a lot to the table. It's not just creating videos or you know, some rookie videos. Like, he's actually bringing the production quality at the top notch at the time, and even today is actually using if you can see this camera, this red camera, this is actually used for shooting movies and stuff. So he's actually quite invested on this.
No, I get asked that a lot about, like, you know, can I point to a certain video or date or month or something, like what happened to go from like nothing to where it is now? But it's from to this day I look back and it's mainly just like you can look at charts even, it's just a sort of an upward slope from 0 videos to 1,000 videos.
So if there wasn't that moment that just changed everything, what was it then? Riding a wave is great and all, but just because you're on the wave, just because you're one of the first movers, it doesn't guarantee your success. It's not as simple as just waking up one day, noticing the potential of YouTube in the tech space, starting a channel, and then boom, you're MKBHD. And when I was writing this video, I was kinda hoping for some elaborate genius answer. But no matter how much I was pulling my hair out to find one, sometimes the answer is just simple as, like, this dude is just really obsessed over tech. Because think about it, for a man that practically has everything a person could ever want, fame, fortune, an extremely lucrative business where he just spends all day playing with the latest tech, he has some of the best tech videos on YouTube, and is basically just living the life. If you were in his shoes, it would be pretty tempting to just sit back and enjoy that sweet YouTube money. But even though he's made it, what is his only concern right now?
I'm still on that quest of production, like, I know my videos can be better.
See, the reason why he's actually quite successful in this venture in his life is because of the work ethic and the quality that he brings to the table. It's not just you know, mediocre performance that he's into. Is actually providing content, a great content and a top-notch production quality to it.
Like,
maybe that's the reason why he's
YouTube video
successful.
And a movie,
Of course.
like everyone can tell a YouTube video from a movie and everything, but like ideally that like seamless like production where I can tell the story I want, show what I want to show,
See?
And not have any barriers in the way as far as production, that would be ideal. That's probably my biggest challenge.
The man has everything, and all he's concerned about, the only thing that keeps him up at night, is how he can make his videos more realistic.
Overly realistic, but to the point where like if you look at this video on your screen, you'll feel the closest to actually holding it in real life. Like that's the goal.
So even though yes, the wave of YouTube and tech and the fact that Marquez started at the best possible moment like ever did greatly contribute to his odds of success, but it's not the whole picture, because there were probably a lot of other people that noticed this trend and started a tech channel around then as well, but as far as I know, you don't hear about any of them today, besides Linus Tech Tips. Because it takes more than just jumping on a wave to gain his level of notoriety.
Well, Linus Tech Tips is actually different, because Marcus Brownlee is just a YouTuber. Linus Tech Tips is actually a company. It's called Linus Media Group. They do production and sponsored reviews for tech stuff. It's a registered company compared to just being a YouTuber. There's a
it takes what's
big
called
difference.
being naturally inclined towards that arena. Natural inclinations, being naturally inclined towards something, is a term coined by one of the greatest authors alive today named Robert Greene. And in his book Mastery, he explained that being naturally inclined towards something isn't necessarily the same as being passionate about something. It's more about things in life that you've always just naturally gravitated towards on a primitive level for as long as you can remember. Because think about it, what kind of 13-year-old makes a video about a computer remote back when no one knew about the potential of YouTube? Someone that's always been naturally inclined towards tech, who's always been intuitively...
Maybe he was able to see the market to it. Maybe he can see that there's a big lack of, tech videos in YouTube. Maybe tech reviews is lacking that time. And that's the reason why he succeeded.
geeking out over the latest tech gadget, who just naturally wants to make things as realistic as possible, not because it's a great business opportunity, but because it's just really cool to him.
Yeah, I did all these tutorial videos, which are just screencasts. So it's just my screen and a mouse moving. And I was obsessed with getting the highest frame rate possible and the smoothest motion blur of my cursor on the screen. And like that, it's so stupid, but like I've always wanted that production to facilitate the story as best as possible. I want the quality to be like as realistic as it can be so that it's not a distraction.
Because if you're not naturally inclined towards what you're doing, if you're just going after it because you see that it's the next big trend, you're not gonna last 10 plus years. In fact, you're gonna get pretty damn bored after you review like 100 phones that in retrospect are pretty much the exact same phones except for a few slight nuances here and there. So how did Marquez get here? Well, if we look past the great video quality, if we look past all the expensive camera gear and all the cliche crap that everyone talks about like consistency, hard work, and hustle, I think at the core, Marquez's success is partially because he rode the wave of YouTube and tech at the perfect time, and he was naturally inclined towards tech enough to be the perfect fit for this wave.
Well, there are some YouTubers that aren't that good in quality production, but they actually have a lot of attraction on their videos. Most likely the vlogs, like Casey Neistat, what do you call this? Ranch. Where they do shoot guns and stuff.
Much for being part of the Watch the End Club, you guys, and if you are new here,
I actually like the videos of Jake Tran. There's actually quite a lot of interesting videos in here, like how to how lobbyists legally bribe politicians, you know, the usual bad thing for a regular guy. A race for immortality, CA assassinates people, something like that. Joe? Are we referring to Joe Rogan, or who's Joe? Do we have a specific Joe? Joe Mama. Lol. See, these kind of videos are fascinating to me, because here's
Even this.
just look at the title. So he's actually recommending you to open trust fund in an offshore bank account, something like that. These are quite interesting. The economy of mafia, right? Yeah, you know. I think there's also Yakuza. Okay, the economics of Yakuza. Right, something like this, the subtle art of taking advantage of a crisis. It's actually quite good. And at the same time, megachurches, the business of selling salvation. You can actually make money out of religion. Blood money, money laundering, something like that. War profiteering. So you can make money during wartime. It's actually interesting. Quite good. I've already watched some of these videos, and it's actually practical and realistic in some point. So let's skip that. Yeah, transferring money. Okay. So actually, a weather report for Philippines. There's actually a storm here. After the first storm that struck northern Luzon, there's actually another one on Visayas. The effect is actually quite, yeah, we're actually affected in here, because Metro Manila is actually in a storm signal number 1. Yeah. Just how it works. If you're into a dev stream, I highly recommend George Hotz. He's actually quite good in what he does. He's actually quite interesting. It's not just about coding, it's about, you know, some stuff regarding politics, technology, at some point, about Elon Musk and such stuff. I'm actually quite concerned if there's any lag on the stream. Let me check if there's any lag, because okay. I think there isn't any lag because I was able to hear the sound. I think it's good. So we actually hit our mark for this month. We actually have 10 subscribers. Do you think I should up the ante for this one and go for, let's say, 15 subscribers within the month of October? How do I change that? I think I can go to Streamlabs. Maybe we can up the ante and at least request 4 or 5 more followers. Alert boxes, followers. Follower. Yeah, follower goal setting. Let's reset this goal. And oh, why did I reset it? I think I should end that because I already have 10 subscribers, so okay, let me set aside my beer here because it's getting out of the way. October follower goal. Huh, October follower. Let's make that 15. Starting amount is 10. This should end on October 30th. 31? 31, okay. 31, 2020. Alright. Let's copy that, replace that goal. Alright. Okay. So the goal is 15 followers by the end of the month. We actually have 10 followers as of this moment. We actually reach 66.67%, and I think we're good. We're doing pretty good. As long as we keep the ante a little bit higher, so yeah. I think that should do it. Hey. So it's a Joe Mama. Clip set to each crispy. Wait, what? Let's watch that link. Let me open up my channel here. Now let's see the chat. Yo, where's the chat, yo? Excuse me. Okay. Yeah. So we actually garnered 2 followers earlier. I can't remember their names, but we do have 2 because we only have 8 followers. Earlier this morning, the stream this afternoon was able to pick up 2 followers, so that's good. We're doing good, doing fine. So help me out. Help the algorithm of Twitch. So it's actually it's not showing the chats on the stream. I wonder why it's not showing. The fuck am I doing? No, come on. Why is it not showing? Why is it not showing? Okay, I think we need to move on. So I'm actually reading this article earlier based from the you know, if you came from the earlier stream, I'm actually reading this stuff or this article regarding REST API for Node.js. I was able to start that. Let me check the code here. I still have a little bit of a hangover earlier. I'm having this light headache. It's not actually light headache, it's lightheadedness later this afternoon, so that's the reason why I'm actually drinking again, so that I can remove that hangover, which was pretty effective. Okay, alright. So I was able to start that REST API. What we need to figure out right now is to accept the post request from a JSON, JSON request or data from JSON. Since this is going to be used in a live product or in a production, I think we should do this right now. So for those of you who wasn't able to watch the stream, if there's any viewers right now, I think there's only 3 viewers, excluding the current Twitch stream that I'm watching, so that I can monitor the stream. So if you're going to disregard that, what is actually happening is that since the inventory system that is being developed in Laravel is actually using MySQL database, and as you know that the platform is actually separate, the RPoint platform, the website. This platform is actually using MongoDB. So yeah, what I can think about is that we can solve this using an API, so that whenever the user tries to log in and the inventory system, the first thing that it will going to do is actually check if there's any email address that is registered on the MongoDB database, just to check if we do actually have that user who's registered, purchased a subscription or any plans with us. So if there's a match, it's just going to return a value of match and no match if there's any no matching email address. Okay, alright, so that's how the process goes. Yeah, I just learned the Node.js and MongoDB, and used MongoDB for within this year. Actually, I first started learning Node.js last March. Tried to use MongoDB within the month of May, June, July. Yeah, so it's pretty new shit to me. Good tip. Clever, I can't. Okay, so I can't see the link on the stream chat. I'm actually monitoring the chat on my phone, but how am I supposed to watch this with my computer? Let me just check this real quick. What the fuck? Yanduko got baited. Yeah. I'm actually wondering regarding the reliability of the chat of Twitch, because whenever someone is actually sending you a chat, it's not actually real time. There's actually a delay. That's what I've noticed. Yep. So let's see if I can do this. Let me just read this shit. It's actually pretty windy right now. Hey, so who's that? Who's the lucky? Oh, what the fuck? CJ underscore com. CJ here is actually my friend. If you can just, you know, follow him on his Twitch stream. So here's his channel. CJ CEEJAY underscore com. Just follow him, you know, give some love. Follow him. He's actually a good streamer. He actually does gaming stream. He casually do dev stream from time to time. Let's view all the stream of CJ. So he's actually doing TFT. Yeah, is actually good. Is very good in what he does. He's actually doing Among Us. Let me watch the stream so that I can understand. Because as of this moment, actually, I don't know what the antics of Among Us gameplay. So yeah, I think I should watch this so that I can be able to understand more about it.
Ikaw ba si Converge? Sino si Converge? Yung yung lagi may problema sa Converge. Ay, si Erish. Pero malakas naman yung Converge namin dun sa nung ano, 'di ba, nag-intern.
Okay, let's start the gameplay.
Ang ano kasi yung PLDT dati may problem.
Gameplay.
Year ata. Yung PLDT kasi gamit namin hanggang 3rd year, tapos nung 4th year na nag-Sky na kami. Malakas naman yung Sky. Pero hindi rin, parang yung sa akin, the more na maraming gumagamit, mas may gas-gas ganun siya.
There's 2 imposters. So I think based on what I've read, this game is actually about deception, teamwork.
Oo nga, yung Converge, mabilis talaga yan noon. Sobrang bilis, sa sobrang mura pa. Mas pinakamura yan. Hindi ko alam kung anong nangyari.
Let's check the other stream of CJ. Among Us, okay. So this is League of Legends stuff. Lol. Yo. Hey, there's me. As you can see here, I'm a full supporter of his Twitch channel. Yeah, so please follow him. For those 10 subscribers that I have, follow CJ. Follow CJ. This is not sponsored, by the way. So, Clever, would you like to sponsor this video? Yeah. Okay. I was able to watch that earlier, I think. Hey, there's a FPS drop. There's a massive FPS drop, my friend. Oh no, it's lagging. Oh, he's actually good. He's actually quite good. He won that match. He's the victor of that game. So yeah.
That we need to do next.
It's loud.
So yeah, please expect some parts that I would really be.
Let's watch the dev stream of Clever. So here's the inventor system that is developing using Laravel.
I think we're on part 5 with the dev log, creating an inventory system using Laravel as our main framework for the backend. So right now, I'm just fixing my settings again.
Clever, I think what you need to do if you're going to play a game, I think you should use the Windows 10 decrapifier. It's actually quite useful because it will going to at least disable the non-essential non-essential background process that is going on Windows 10, because as Windows 10 is it's actually crappy. There's a lot of bloatware, so yeah, I think you can easily find that Windows 10 decrapifier. I swear, no, there's actually one in GitHub that you can use. Yep, you can just download this, follow the instruction, and you're good. Just to disable Cortana, remove those shit that isn't essential.
Especially in my YouTube channel, because yeah, the changes I make in Streamlabs does not affect. They do understand
So
what I'm.
here's what I'm referring to. This is actually the, where is it?
Or do you think that will still be needed? Yeah, I think that would still be needed. Because when the user just wants to view, just wants to view the fucking details, be needed.
So where's the login?
All good. Yeah, I think we're just gonna do. Oh, okay, there we go. Now it. Yep, all good.
What I'm actually planning to do, since before you can use this inventory system, you actually need to log in on this. Yeah, so there we go. This is the login page. Before any user can log in, at least we have to verify the existence of that user, if that user really have a subscription with us, if the user had actually subscribed for this particular web app that we're offering. So yeah, the only solution that we have is to use REST API for this, for the validation of that email, since the main platform is using again the MongoDB, and this inventory system is using MySQL. So the main thing is, you're probably wondering, why wouldn't you just use single database, one specific database, like just MySQL, just use MySQL, or just use MongoDB. So since I'm actually far behind the web development community, since there's a big hype on Node.js, React.js, Vue.js, and all of the JSs, AngularJS, and whatnot, I think it's the MongoDB is actually quite useful in some point. I can see a potential of that database being used in a specific way. So yeah, there's something that we can do about that. And the only solution that we can do right now is to use a REST API for the moment. Because for inventory system, yeah, I think MySQL is much more optimized than MongoDB. As of the moment, I'm not too sure about that. Don't quote me on that. But that's what I think, based on the articles that I've read. But there's actually some systems that is using Node.js, because since Node.js was actually, quite scalable at some point, you can definitely use that for microservices. That's the actually main goal that I have, is to use the microservices capability or scalability of Node.js. Sometimes it's just the hype. That's the reason why we're using that. But I think it's quite useful. Excuse me.
Okay. Looks like I got it.
Is CJ actually live right now? Let's watch the stream. Holy shit. So this is just like an inception.
Okay, looks like I got it.
Is CJ actually live right now? Let's watch the stream.
Yes, I'm live right now. I'm watching your stream.
Holy shit. So this is holy shit, this is a very inception-like. Holy fuck.
Watching my
Is CJ actually live right now? Let's watch the stream.
Yes, I'm live right now. I'm watching your stream.
Holy shit. So this is holy shit, this is a very inception-like. Holy fuck. Is CJ actually live right now? Let's watch the stream.
Yes, okay, that's causing too much feedbacks. Yeah, anyways, just please do follow him, guys, okay? Shit, I have my folks actually muted also. I don't know what the hell they're talking about right now. Okay, wait, hold on.
Wait lang.
Okay. God, they are noisy.
Damn, son. I like this inception kind of thing that we're doing. I'm running out of beer. I think I need more. Okay, I'm going back to I think the REST API. I actually found this in Stack Overflow, and yeah, I think I'm gonna base this with this, which is actually accurate based on what I'm currently doing. So it's just basically okay. Hey, hold up, what's going on? It's actually not responding. Just a second. I think I need more beer though. I really do need more beer. So let's send that. Couldn't connect to the server. Okay. So let's cd to projects. CD to platform, since that is the directory for the current project that we're working on. Excuse me. Nodemon. Let's start the server. This should start the server. Let's access this in 3001. Okay. Yeah. So if we're going to do a sample for this, let's go to API. It's an API. There's actually an error. Email is not defined since we haven't defined that yet. Should I just do require? Because this would really depend on the current yeah, this would really depend on the current. Okay. Projects. Ah shit, here we go again. Damn it. Okay. I'm going to hide my screen right now because welcome to Mumble Bubble. Okay, so I actually need to hide my screen right now because I actually need to use a token for this. And it's on my GitHub account, so yeah. I'm afraid that I would need to hide this from you guys, so let's just play a music for some time. Alright, there we go. I was able to set that up. Let's try to open the inventory system of Clever John. Okay. Open. So there's no name in the current username as of the moment. Should we use email to verify this, or just username? I think we should stick for the email. Yeah. So for example, this is the login, the query is email, the name is email, and the value is adrianducal@yahoo.com. It's getting hot in here. Okay, alright. So, let's go back. Let's try to experiment with it. This is the username. Let's name this an email. So that's so for example, that had already been set up. Let's try to use this. Fuck yeah. Holy shit, the REST API worked. Yes, sir. It did work. So, let's try to input some, but it didn't actually match though, because there's no, let me try to, use a different email address. Yeah, I think we should just use okay, let me try to print this out for a meantime. Because I'm actually quite curious if there's any result to that. It did say match. It's undefined. Showing undefined. Why did it? I think we also need to put in some authentication at least. No. Just to make it safe. shit, I actually need to make some coffee. Let me pause this right now and have a break. Just enjoy the music for now, guys. Alright. So, yeah. I'm just going to leave you right here, and yeah, I'm just going to make some coffee, so stand by.
So I've come to the conclusion, just a rotten piece of fruit. So I'll end up dying slowly, rotting away. See, I just want to be able to climb without a fall, to get out of this maze land and run. Please strike me thunder, let me get closer to the light. Please strike me thunder, so I can be free. So I've come to the conclusion, I'm just one man amongst thousands. In this world I'll load them, sure they'll do fine without me. The chemicals in my head don't work as yours, 'cause every piece of road is a little bit of happiness. Every kind of load causes a little bit less regret. Please strike me thunder, let me get closer to the light. Let me go under the water till I can breathe. Let me go up, 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 let me go up. I'll be your superhero. I'll be your superhero.
I never wanna hold you back. I wanna give you every chance to make it, to make it. I'm afraid if our love collides, you'll leave me alone tonight. 'Cause I'm changing and I'm breaking. Is this over? I'm scared to ask these questions, 'cause I know that you'll reject my love, moving slower, frozen to these pieces without a shoulder to cry on. And I'll stand against all enemies, your enemies. I'm afraid if our love collides, you'll leave me alone tonight. 'Cause I'm changing and I'm breaking, but I'll still be your superhero. I'll be your superhero.
The music has ended. Wasn't able to notice that. Yo. So, I'm back. That amount of beer isn't enough. Yeah. I wouldn't risk it going out this hour, because there's actually a curfew in Manila, and I'm not so sure about that, going out in this hour. I think I should cut the stream right here and rerun this, because there's actually a delay, I think. Let me listen to the audio here in my monitor. One moment. Okay. I hope that there's no lag. I hope that there's no lag. There shouldn't be any lag. I think it's just the upload. Okay. I think we're good. We're going back. We're going back, guys. No, I think there's actually a delay. Let me cut the stream right here and I'll be back in a second. Thank you.